Cassadee Pope, and you're watching MSN Exclusive.
So it was just your birthday.
It was.
Isn't that exciting?
I turned 24.
What'd you do? Were you on the road? On tour probably.
I was on the road, but I was in New York City doing America's Got Talent.
Well, that's a city to party in.
Yes, so that was pretty awesome.
So America's Got Talent was the birthday party?
Yeah, pretty much, which was fine with me. You know, got to go perform on the same show, the same night as One Direction, which was a big deal for me because that means all those fans were watching and they probably didn't know about me before that. So gained some new fans.
That works. Have you noticed the Twitter followers and everything?
Yeah, it's been growing. It's every time my music video comes on or you know, a radio station adds more spins for my single, I noticed the number going up, and it's really awesome.
Cool. We got a bunch of Twitter questions. It went a little crazy last night.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Maybe we'll start with one. You want to start with the Twitter question?
Yeah,
okay.
I'd love to.
Do you have something planned for when this Rascal Flatts tour ends?
Actually, well, that's when my album comes out.
Yes.
So I will be doing a lot of promo. We call it Street Week when the album hits the streets, and I will be doing TV and appearances, playing in stores a lot and all that. So I'm going to be a busy girl.
And then there's a Dean Brody tour here. Again, you're back.
That is, yeah, happening in January and February. So that'll be really awesome.
Fun.
I'm excited.
Let's do one more.
Okay.
Because this one comes from Indonesia and we're talking about the tour. Will you hold a world tour after the release of your album? When are you going to play Indonesia is I think what this person wants.
I want to play like as soon as possible. Truly, I love touring internationally. I've only done that a few times with my old band. I've never done it as a solo artist. Actually, this is the first time I've toured outside the country or done anything outside the US and Canada actually. But
Ever? Happy Monday never came up here?
As a solo
Gotcha.
artist. But yeah, the band did come here a few times. But you know, I would love to get over there. It's just, I feel like it's important to establish myself in the United States first to really get people on board, and then I'll be able to venture out.
Right.
But I'm keeping them in my thoughts. I'm always, you know, keeping them updated.
You get there eventually.
Yeah, for sure.
Have any Happy Monday tunes been countrified for this tour?
Monday.
Hey Monday. What am I saying? I'm saying Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. It happens so often.
Jesus.
It's totally fine.
I think there's a band called the Happy Mondays
Probably.
from the 80s.
I think
UK. Anyway.
it like rolls off the tongue very easily.
Well, have any Happy Monday tunes been countrified too? No, just Hey Monday tunes.
No, definitely not. I feel like when I play shows that I want to stick to what Cassadee Pope is, and that is my new country direction. I don't want to take Hey Monday songs and make them into something that they're not. They were pop rock, and I love them and their essence, so I would never want to change that.
That's fair.
Yeah.
What about writing for country? Does the process change? I mean, there's a lot more co-writes probably, because that's the whole Nashville world.
I've always loved co-writing. I love writing by myself too, but in Hey Monday, I co-wrote a lot of the songs as well, so I either wrote or co-wrote them. But this is a little different. I went down to Nashville. There were writing sessions that start at like 10 a.m. and go till only 5 or something. And
Only 5?
Yeah.
Just a full day of work.
Yeah, basically a full day. But like in New York and LA where I've done other writing sessions, you start at noon and you go till midnight. And it's like, that's a little intense. So I like that you clock in, you clock out at a decent hour, and it's a really inspiring city in Nashville. You go in with an acoustic guitar, it's very organic, whereas in other cities sometimes it's a little more beat-driven, a little more track-driven, which I have done. It's not something that I'm that into, so I think doing the album in Nashville is definitely the best for me.
What was one tune that you heard, like even the single, like the one that's up there now?
Yeah.
You didn't write it. So what was it? So what was it about? Like you must have heard it and been like, I must have this song. Right?
I did, yeah. I went into a bunch of publishing meetings, which I had never done before, and I've always written my stuff, so the idea of taking an outside song was a little scary, and I was thinking, I need to make sure I don't just take a song that I like, I need to love it. And Wasting All These Tears was one of the first songs I had heard, and I never thought it would be a single just because the demo was a little less impactful than the actual song now. It was a little more track driven, but now with the full band and it's energetic and everything, it's just so much more powerful. But that was one of the first songs I heard. I loved it right away.
Did it inspire the way you started to write the record?
It didn't, because I was already writing songs about relationships and, you know, deep emotions like that. But the actual demo itself, the production was nothing like I wanted for my actual album. But I just heard the song itself, and I didn't really pay attention to the production, and that's what really drew me to the song. But as far as writing my album, it was cool. I didn't really have to change or compromise my writing style, because when you write music acoustically, it comes off a little country to begin with, unless you're writing, you know, a rap song on an acoustic guitar. Then even country has rap now, actually.
Have you tried writing rap songs in the acoustic?
I haven't, but there is rap happening in country, so I take that back. Yeah, I didn't really have to change any of my ways to do country. It's pretty awesome.
Since we're talking about wasting, where's the Twitter question? From Cassadee the Pope. At Cassadee the Pope, so not you,
hilarious.
but a little different one.
The Pope, it's
the
legit.
Pope. Yeah. Whose idea was it to have the swing and the water running down on Wasting All These Tears video?
That was actually the director's idea. He brought up the whole swing theme, which I loved, and I loved that it was something that I thought of me and my boyfriend, and at the time the ex-boyfriend, and you always have that one thing with your ex that reminds you of them, or that you guys always did together. And in my case, it was a swing, and we, you know, in high school were on the swing together or whatever. And I thought the end was just kind of beautiful, because it was like a baptism. Like I was swinging through the rain and just washing off all of my regrets, all of the doubt, and just completely starting over. And that's how I saw it. So I really was like, blown away when I saw the rig. It was the craziest rig. It was just a pipe that was cut and made into a square around me, and they punched holes into it and made this, you know, kiddie pool basically that caught all the rain. And it was amazing. It was like the last shot of the day, really special, and one chance to get it done, so it was kind of scary.
Can we see that rig on this documentary that's coming out?
You can, nice. For sure. They were there all day. They got all of that, so you're going to see all the behind the scenes stuff.
What else in this? So October 4th, CMT documentary about everything from The Voice to now, or from before?
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
I gave CMT some footage of me as a kid singing. There's a lot of... what
was your go-to song as a kid?
Cowboy Sweetheart was actually my go-to song. But I sang a lot of different stuff. I haven't seen an episode yet where they actually used the audio, but there's one video when I'm explaining, you know, I come from a country background. I am in full-on cowgirl attire. I have a cowboy hat on, like the sequiny fringe, button-down, long-sleeve shirt tucked into my black jeans. It looked like a costume, honestly, but that's just how I dressed on stage. That was when I was like 7 or 8 years old. But so I showed some of my past, but most of it is from making my album to opening the Rascal Flatts tour, on my country radio tour, which is a majority of the show, because it's just so crazy and grueling. People don't realize that. The making of the music video, going back to The Voice to premiere Wasting All These Tears, the CMT Awards, my hometown show on the Flatts tour. So they got a lot of stuff.
Cool.
Yeah.
It sounds like things have come. See, when I heard about this record and then heard about you, I thought country, moving from the Hey Monday stuff to country would be a big thing. But it sounds like everything's come full circle.
It has.
It's kind of where you started.
Yeah, it's where I started. People like to, you know, only think about my immediate past, which is understandable, because the last about 6 years I've been doing pop rock. But my most influential years when I was a kid were based around country music, and some of my biggest influences are country artists. So I love the fact that I'm coming into country music again in a time where infusing pop rock into it is accepted and it's embraced, because everybody's doing that now pretty much. And it goes to show that timing is everything, and if I had done this maybe a few years ago, it might not have worked. So.
And you wouldn't have the experience of Warped Tour, which is just crazy.
Yes, there's no tour harder than Warped Tour, I don't think, other than a radio tour, and that's just the exhaustion. But Warped Tour is dirty, It's hectic. You don't know what time your set is every day. Actually played Warped Tour in 2010 in what is it?
Figure it out.
Saskatchewan?
Yeah, there you go.
Did I do it?
Yeah.
We played there.
Nice.
Are you kidding? Is that how
Saskatchewan's the province, yeah.
Saskatchewan.
Or Juan. Doesn't matter. I don't really know which one's right.
It's your accent. You says wun.
Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe that's the Canadian way.
That's the... Thank you. Sorry. You talked about some of your heroes there. Another Cassadee the Pope question, she's a good one. Which female country singer would you like to duet with?
I would love to do a duet with Shania Twain.
Canadian,
exactly. Some of my favorite artists are Canadian, actually.
Well, you wrote with Gordy Sampson on this one. That was kind of cool.
I did, yeah.
I like seeing his name in the credits.
He's the best. He's awesome. I wrote with him, and I have a song of his on the album, too.
Oh, nice.
Called I Wish I Could Break Your Heart. Asher Monroe co-wrote that as well, so it's a good song. But Shania for sure, because she's a huge influence for me. I grew up idolizing her. I always thought that she was so independent and sexy, but still classy. And she really did a great job of having that traditional country feel, but infusing that pop into it. And it crossed over. It did big things. She was massive, and I loved her for that.
I know you got a busy day, but I do want to talk about 11 just because it's a heartfelt tune. Listen to those lyrics. Was it difficult to write, or did it just flow easily?
It kind of flowed easily. It was the second session I had with this awesome writer, Nathan Chapman, and him and I just clicked really well. He was the kind of guy that I just poured my heart out to, and he was like wanting to write something that was really deep, and I was right there with him. I was ready to just let it all out, and him and I exchanged stories about growing up and what hardships we've had, and I just started talking about my parents' divorce, and it turned into this really beautiful, interesting song, because not a lot of people know how to talk about their parents' divorce in a positive way, and I know that it paints such a sad picture, the song, but and overall, in the end, it was for the best, and I think people realize that when they listen to the song.
Now that you've been playing all these songs live, I assume the set list is full as record song that people haven't heard yet, right?
Yes.
So what are you enjoying playing the most now that you actually get to go out and tour these tunes every day?
I love playing I Wish I Could Break Your Heart. That's one of my favorites on the album. It's so energetic. I actually start the set off with that song, and it gets people going. It's fast, and it's got a really cool concept. It has the same kind of feel as Cry by Faith Hill, how you just wish that person would just feel something a little more, and you love them, and it's a great relationship, but they could break you at any second, and you just wish you could make them feel the same way, although you never would.
Cool. I'm going to let you go, so we do something called 5 questions. 5 quick questions, 1 word answers. Road or studio?
Road.
Lennon or McCartney?
McCartney.
When you hear a song, what usually hits you first? Lyrics, melody, or rhythm?
Melody.
If someone's never heard Cassadee Pope before, what song do they start with?
11.
In 1 word, Cassadee Pope.
Cool.
All right.
I don't know. I just deflated. I was like, oh.
Deflating.
Deflating.
I like that.
Self-deprecating. That's 2 words, but
okay.
It's a hyphen.
We'll hyphen it.
Yeah.
That's good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome.